Welcome to Housing Court Answers 2022 Annual Conference, our first in-person conference since 2019 when we were still celebrating the passage of the New York City Right to Counsel law of 2017. There were bumps, but generally the implementation was focused on getting the word out to tenants: don't give up your apartments, go to court, you will get high-quality, free legal representation. The COVID pandemic turned evictions into possible death sentences, and the right to counsel for tenants became critically important. The life-saving role of right to counsel was universally recognized. We know that 86% of tenants with a lawyer under the New York City Right to Counsel law stayed in their homes. During the moratorium, and thanks to the provision of right to counsel for almost all tenants who needed help, hundreds of people were restored after illegal lockouts, got their heat and hot water, cooking gas turned back on, or avoided eviction. Virtually every tenant who called our hotline with a serious housing case, whether it was an eviction case, a repairs case, an illegal lockout, or a harassment case, got legal representation during the pandemic moratorium. This spring, our beautiful, first-in-the-nation right to counsel law fell apart as more and more tenants got court dates for their eviction cases, and we discovered that there were more cases than lawyers to handle them. Despite pressure from advocates and providers to slow down the calendaring of cases, the court seems prepared to return to the pre-right to counsel days. What does it mean for a tenant to go forward without counsel? We can tell you because this was our world before right to counsel. The trauma of eviction for 20,000 to 30,000 families a year, rent-stabilized tenants giving up apartments they could afford, tenants paying thousands of dollars in back rent they did not owe, tenants signing STIPs to pay rents that were based on illegal overcharges, tenants struggling for months to iron out red tape issues with their benefits, countless numbers of families living with health-impairing housing violations, and untold thousands who either defaulted entirely or came to court at the very last minute to try to stop the marshal from putting them on the street. When the right to counsel law was enacted in 2017, the city committed to protecting the rights of tenants facing eviction, and that means logistical support for the implementation of eviction defense in housing court. We need to hear from the current mayor what the city will do to ensure tenants are protected. Let me close by thanking the staff of Housing Court Answers, and most of whom are at the conference today. These are the folks who have been answering the phones, helping frightened tenants in impossible situations without stopping since March of 2020. We hope soon to restore all our information tables in the 5 boroughs, where we can get back to the business of expanding access to justice for those facing eviction in the housing court.